Hello, everyone. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 258. We're going to be talking about a type of theropod dinosaur today, and that theropod dinosaur is Kryptops. And so here is an image of Kryptops, best estimated guess. And so, yeah, this is actually pretty cool illustration. Information about Kryptops: the name means covered face. Length is 19.7 to 23 feet or 6 to 7 meters. Height is 6 feet or 1.8 meters. Reason why I put question marks on here is because of how much of the specimen has been found, or how much has been found of this animal. Weight unknown. It lived 115 to 110 million years ago in the early Cretaceous period, and the fossils are found in Niger and and was described by two paleontologists, very well-known paleontologists, in Paul Sereno and Steve Brusatte in 2008. So this dinosaur is almost 20 years old. Almost 20 years old, people. Almost 20. So this dinosaur was discovered nearly 18 years, or described 18 years ago. That's crazy. And then here we got a map of Africa, and where I have circled right there, that is the country of Niger. That is where the fossils of Kryptops have been found. And so here's a size chart of Kryptops compared to um, a typical dog. And then here, this is the maxilla of Kryptops. Now, this is the only thing that has been found of Kryptops. And I know some of you are going to say, but Dino Chris, there's also another image that show other bones that were found of Kryptops. I go, well, there's a reason why that I say only the maxilla. It's because paleontologists that have studied these fossils actually have looked at those other bones and find out they're actually bones from other animals. They're from other animals. The maxilla is the only thing that can be considered as cryptops, whereas the other bones like the ribs, some vertebrae, the sacral vertebrae, and the pelvis, that's different. Those are different animal bones. So like another theropod, and I think they said like some of the ribs were from like a sauropod, if I remember correctly. And so yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. And so yeah, the so it's only the maxilla that has been found of Kryptops. And so that's why we don't know anything about its weight, because there hasn't been anything else found about Kryptops. And so hopefully with more excavations that can be done to actually find more fossils of Kryptops, and we'll hopefully get a complete skull at some point, and also find out the hind limb bones to actually determine possibly its height and also its weight. And so that's what we're going to hope for. More information about Kryptops: it is in Abelisauridae, so it is part of the Abelisaurid family. Uh, and like I said, the maxilla, that's the holotype specimen. It would have knife-like teeth. All abelisaurs have knife-like teeth. Now, their teeth are definitely going to be a little bit stronger than some other theropods, but they're still knife-like teeth. They're not designed to crush bone. They're designed to basically for like slashing bites, pretty devastating bites. And it would also have short arms for abelisaurids, because like of course abelisaurids are mostly well known for having kind of shortened skulls, and of course um, very short arms compared to their body size. And of course, Kryptops is a carnivore, and that's what most abelisaurs and what's all abelisaurs are. The environment in which Kryptops lived in would have been warm and humid. There would have been wet and dry seasons, of course. There would have been plenty of trees, ferns, cycads, and some flowers. There were some flowers that were around. This is very early flowers. And of course, no grass during the time of the dinosaurs. There would have been plenty of rivers, lakes, and ponds around this kind of time. And there would have been other types of animals like insects, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, possibly some birds or avian dinosaurs that were around at that point in time. There were some pterosaurs, and of course, non avian dinosaurs. So the non bird dinosaurs. Now, the prey of Kryptops would have possibly would probably much go after ornithopods. So it would be things um, things that are very closely related to Hypsilophodon. It would also go after things that are very similar to iguanodon, so iguanodontids, and of course juvenile sauropods. It would have definitely gone after juvenile sauropods. And there was competition for Kryptops. There would have been Suchomimus, there would have been Eocarcharia that was around at that point in time too, and so there was definitely some competition there. Even though that Suchomimus was mostly going to be specialized, basically going after things in water, so mostly going to be eating fish, whereas Eocarcharia is going to be going after things more inland, so possibly hunting the sauropods and some a little bit larger uh, ornithopod or ornithian dinosaurs, and then with Kryptops would have definitely have been eating more smaller prey, and of course it probably was also scavenging off of some of the kills of like say Eocarcharia and so on and so forth, but mostly it would actually just be going after some small prey. The extinction of Nigersaur or not Nigersaurus, um, Kryptops. Kryptops' extinction was mostly due to climate change. The sea levels changed, so the sea levels were starting to go up, and of course the temperatures rose. So the temperatures climbed, and so it was starting to get a little bit drier. And then of course the prey disappeared, and that was mostly what happened. Is that the climate changed so much that Kryptops could not survive. And here's a map of the early Cretaceous, um, around 120 million years ago. That's the best one that I could find. And so where Kryptops would have been living right around there uh, at that point in time during the early Cretaceous period of Africa. And so the next episode will be on March 12th, 2026, and that will be a Q&A episode. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you should post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messengers are private conversations only. So please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And also for YouTubers out there, like the videos, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, a lot of you guys are checking out my channel, not subscribed yet, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general, so please feel free to do so. And also share the videos, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general, so please feel free to do so. And also you can hit that notification bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every single video that comes out. And also if you go on my YouTube channel, you can go into the post tab. I post updates and videos, uh, paleontology news, mostly in the dinosaur uh, news cycle, and of course polls. I post polls every 3 days on the channel, and so so that way all of you guys can participate and interact in the polls. And you guys are awesome. You're doing a great job on those polls. And also for you YouTubers out there, leave your questions in the comment section because I do read them all. All of you guys are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for the Q&A episodes. So Keep up the great work, and also make sure you keep your questions short and to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.cres.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at dino.cres.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you, and also for younger people out there, and make sure you listen to your parents, teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have for a good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.